to Donkey Shane. Thank you very much, Donkey Shane.
Donkey Shane.
Welcome to Donkey Shane. My guest today is Jacob Liss.
Hey.
Jacob, thanks for coming.
Oh my God. Thanks for having me on the show, Terrence.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be speaking with you today.
Oh my God. And I'm happy to be speaking with you today here on this podcast.
Well, we started again. Welcome back to Speaking About Speaking. I'm Terrence Dartnett, and this is Donkey Shane. Jacob, how long have you been living in this stupid country?
Hey, Terrence. Thanks for having me on Donkey Shane. I've been living in this stupid country for an amazing 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
And you're a young man. You're a young guy.
I'd say it's about a fifth of my adult life I've now spent not only outside of the good old US of A, but also here in the good old AU of STRIA.
Perfectly said.
Spell check.
How many years in did you start regretting it?
Oh man, I'd say from about month two. I was thinking, wait, there's too many battered fried meat slices. Too much meat. The meat here is kind of out of control.
You eat meat, right?
I do eat meat.
Yeah. Non-binary, non-vegan. That's pretty good.
Listen, I'm
rare.
I'm gonna tell on a limb and say I am Europe's only non-binary, non-vegan comedian.
Yeah.
Listen. If any other non-binary, non-vegans, pull up.
They actually eat meat. They actually eat meat.
I actually eat meat.
They do. That's very strange.
Whenever I go to Flinta events, I get kicked out because they see me. I roll up with a big sausage in my mouth, and they say, yeah.
They're ready for a pun. Did you come straight from California?
Well, I went to school in New York State. Vassar College.
Vassar. I know
College.
I know some Vassar heads.
Champions were burgundy and gray.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
that didn't catch on.
So straight from college, you came from uni?
Because my college experience was ruined by the COVID-19 epidemic.
Was it really?
Kind of. Well, it was my senior year, so I didn't get to graduate like on a stage and shit.
Okay.
I was robbed. I tells you.
You're the class of 2020?
Class of 2020, yeah.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah, it was probably the worst one to be.
That is worse, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, because I only had a half semester of stupid Zoom classes. That sucked. So
it was the spring of your senior year.
Yeah. So I went home went back to California, finished it out. They sent me my graduation cap in the mail.
Oof.
And I got into this USTA Fulbright administered U.S. teaching assistant program.
Fulbright administered. So Fulbright is really...
I cannot say I was part of a Fulbright program because I was not, okay? I was part of a Fulbright administered teaching assistantship program.
Fulbright-ish.
Fulbright in a way.
Is it like TED and TEDx talks? Where TEDx...
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm the TEDx of Fulbright. I wasn't quite smart enough to get all the way, but I think I only got into the program because it was a pandemic, and the person who was going to take my spot didn't want to go.
Okay.
Because I was on the wait list, and they said they emailed me in July, and they're like, "You're on."
You're on, and you're going to Austria.
I'm going to Vienna.
You went to Vienna right away.
I went to Vienna right away.
That's great.
That was really good.
That's the best city in Austria.
Oh my God! If I had to go somewhere else, I probably wouldn't have stayed. That's honestly true. I think if I had been anywhere else,
yeah, probably.
I don't know. Being in Linz in the pandemic, that sucked. That would suck. That would really suck.
Yeah. So, but you came you're the only person that traveled during the pandemic then. I mean,
it was crazy. Yeah, I got to travel during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I had to show the border guard 18 different forms that the embassy gave me.
A vaccination, or was it pre-vaccine?
No, it was pre-vaccine. It was mostly like travel. Because you only could travel with certain visas or certain. I had to get some signed and authorized and annotated form from. I had to drive down to the consulate in Los Angeles, the Austrian consulate, to talk to Daniel Voigt.
Cheap plane tickets, huh? Probably, right? I wonder. Or expensive plane tickets.
Wait, Voigt like John Voigt?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like Daniel Voigt.
Because John Voigt is now part of the U.S. government.
Maybe they're related. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like a special ambassador.
You thought maybe he's working... Oh, I guess he would work in L.A.
He probably would work in L.A.
John Voigt. Anyway,
yeah.
Great Great job interjecting, Paul. That was perfect. That was
Fuck you.
that kind of stuff. We really need.
I-
We really need stuff like that to just
the wheels of conversation brought to a crushing called
and this country.
the immovable force of American politics.
This country is going to the dogs conversationally. Paul's the most charismatic guy in the whole country. That's like
yeah,
the
why
sad.
aren't you a politician?
Yeah.
I'd vote for you.
Like my cousin or my cousin who are both members of parliament. Nah, I'm good.
You have 2 members of parliament in your family?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. And both of
I
them
know.
suck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wrong party.
Can
Bad
I ask
party.
which party do they vote for? Are they Neos?
Yeah, one of them.
Oh,
Okay.
no!
Yeah.
Oh, those Neos suck.
Neos are bad, huh?
Oh, God.
Well, they're the least sucky of the sucky parties.
That's true.
Yeah.
So there's 5 parties in Austria. Let me see if I can do them.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
Ready?
Communist, socialist,
Yes.
Neo,
Yeah.
People's,
What's people's?
Yeah, the Christian Democrats. Yeah. People's.
OFP,
The I guess it is
Österreichische Volkspartei.
Österreichische Volkspartei.
yeah, und FPÖ.
Yeah.
No, you're forgetting one big
And
one.
green.
Yeah.
So
6
there's
parties.
6. Okay,
Yeah.
there's 6. So I was wrong from the beginning.
Well, and then there's beer.
the beer party.
They don't really count.
That's hilarious.
And he's also sort of like maybe also conservative and not actually.
Oh,
cool.
no, this is all facade.
Oh.
Yeah.
see, behind the
oh,
beer.
the beer party sucks, especially because he's like running it with his dad.
That's stupid.
Like, hey, how about we change the status quo where you get the job from your dad and your dad's dad? How about we changed it up by me getting voted into power and then I'm promoting my dad? It's the other way. It's different.
That's true. Hey, it's pretty. It does smash the status quo to like give your dad a job.
Nepo dad?
Nepo dad, Nepo father.
Nepo daddy is...
Imagine getting a big
Nep
job and being
papa.
like, "Hey pops,
Ne papa.
Nepapa.
ne papa,
Yeah.
So-
ute papa ute,
Ne papa.
ne papa ute, ne papa baby ute, nepo baby ute."
So what party are you? Socialist or communist?
I guess I'd probably be a communist.
But you don't vote here.
Oh, Linka is also a party, isn't it?
Yes.
They're different.
What's Linka?
I think it's like sort of between communists and SPÖ.
Yes.
The socialists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're purple.
Okay. But they
I
don't
like
have a
the
seat.
color. I'll be totally honest. I don't think I'm really clicked in enough to politics here to really know the difference between the 3 most left-leaning parties. I think if I were to vote, I guess I'd probably vote SPÖ just because they need the votes.
And they actually
in the way that I vote Democrat in the States
Right.
because I agree with them more than I agree with the Republicans, and maybe I would be more left than that, but it doesn't really make sense.
You want to throw your vote
I'm not
away.
gonna throw my vote away. I'm not gonna vote for Jill Stein. Jill Stein, if you're listening to this podcast, fuck you.
Oh, she's bad. Yeah.
She's crazy. I know how much Jill Stein loves your. Jill Stein's your biggest fan.
Jill
Terrence.
Stein's
You know
on. Jill Stein is a donkey head for sure.
Oh, she
Yes. I mean, with a name like Stein.
She's trying to right.
She's
Yeah.
your only Patreon supporter.
She
right?
should be in the beer party. Fill
should-
up that
Oh,
Stein with beer.
Oh
Hello.
my God. Hey.
Paul, where were you on that one?
Oh,
Come on.
sorry.
Hello. Hello.
I was
should have a
sleeping. I was
soundboard.
sleeping at the sleepy drawing on the wheel.
So what was the nature of this Fulbright adjacent job that you had that brought you
Oh
over
man, it's the easiest job I've ever had. They paid me like €1,600 a month
here? Oh wow.
to teach 12 hours
No.
a month.
A month.
What?
No, sorry. It was a
week.
week. It was
Okay,
a week.
okay,
It was a
okay,
week.
okay.
That was too much. But I got an even sweeter gig than that because one of the schools just sort of decided halfway through the process they didn't need me anymore. So
They just stopped.
I would have to work. I worked again in total 24 hours every month,
Oh yeah.
and I'm never gonna have a job like that ever again.
6 hours a week.
Oh, it was so great.
But you were locked up, right? You
Yeah,
couldn't
so I didn't
do-
have a lot of time to I couldn't do anything with the money that I was making. But that was good. I could save the money. Saving money is a great way to have more money later.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that. Never tried it myself.
Oh no, yeah, it gets harder the less money you can save.
Gotta save money to have money. Yeah.
Gotta
You got
Might
it.
have
Listen,
money.
my mother always told me, Jacob, the secret to wealth is living beneath your means.
Yeah. I love when
mother
rich people
doesn't
say
sound like
stuff like
that.
that, where it's like, all you gotta do is spend less than you make. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, it's easy to do that when you're making a lot of money.
when you have the money.
Yeah, listen, if I was making more money, I could spend the same amount of money and still have more money.
So what? It was the fall of 2020.
Fall of 2020, spring of 2021.
What are you doing for fun? Like, what are you doing with your life?
Oh, I fell into I moved into my living situation. I was living with 7 other people, which I did on purpose. 'Cause I was like, if I'm gonna move to a new country, if I don't know anybody, at least I'll move somewhere where there's a bunch of people already there.
Yeah.
And I can make some friends.
Pandemic is actually great because you can only see the people who you live with
all the time.
Yeah,
right.
okay.
So it was fantastic, and they're still my best friends today.
No, they're not.
No,
Are
they actually
really?
are. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I see
sweet.
them all the time. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
We got kicked out of the apartment though because our landlord he lived in and owned a karate dojo in Liss.
Respect.
And then during the pandemic, of course, the karate dojo business not really watertight.
Not great.
Not
Not
really.
great.
Hard to hit people with a mask on.
Zoom karate.
Zoom karate, not really bringing the bucks
Not
in.
the same.
Cut, chuck, ha.
That's worse than Zoom comedy. Zoom karate.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
I
if
hit
that's
you.
True.
I definitely would have just hit you.
I definitely hit you.
Yeah, he didn't have the chops.
I'm wearing a black belt. You can't see me because it's under the desk.
I ducked. It's in the chat. I ducked. I put it in the chat.
Can somebody check the chat? I ducked. check the chat. That was a right kick.
And so, but that's ideal, I guess. For the pandemic, you have 6, 7 people.
It was great. And then I moved in and I told them like only speak German with me. So I got a crash course in like speaking German for about like a year and a half of living with everybody.
And how was your German before?
It was okay. Because I had studied a little bit when I was in the good old US of A, but it wasn't like I wasn't like great.
In university or in
Yeah.
high school? In university, you took German.
At Vassar College.
At Vassar?
Vassar College, a beautiful coeducational institution in the heart of the scenic Hudson Valley.
It used to be a all-women's school.
Oh
women's
my
school,
God! And it's, you know what?
It's
And
progressive.
If you look around, you might still think it still is.
If you squint your eyes hard
your
enough,
eyes.
feels like
All
it.
these fucking woke-ass liberal men look like women to me, walking around with their long hair and their painted fingernails, listening to Indigo Girls and Patti Smith.
They changed from an all-women's school to an all. Everyone paints their nails. At
Everyone
least.
looks like a woman until you get close enough.
And
then you're still not sure. Are the broads guys or the guys broads? Ay. A woman with short hair and a coat and a man with a skirt on? What the hell is happening in this country?
Why is my dick hard?
Why is my dick hard? Why do I want both of them at the same time? Oh, I'm gonna have to go and think about this one.
oh, I'm sexually confused.
Ooh, I don't like where I'm feeling.
Look what you did. And why'd you pick German to study in university?
Oh, a stupid reason.
Spanish.
I had two reasons. One, I had to take like a history class to fulfill some sort of like thing you had to fulfill.
Yep.
And the teacher, shout out Jeffrey Schneider, he's the GOAT. He was such a great teacher. He was so great, and he taught the intro to German course the next semester. And I needed a foreign language, so I was like, I love Jeff Schneider. Want to hang out with that guy more.
Okay, good guy.
And he's a great guy, and so I took his class.
That's not so stupid. How did you find it at first, the German?
I found it pretty. I think at first it was kind of easy because I think German, when you first look at it, it's like weird English.
Yeah.
Right? And I had this, oh my God, I had this other music teacher. He loved the fact that I was taking German. And whenever he would talk to me about it, he would give me the same like spiel about, yes, the German language. When you begin, it seems it's deceptively easy.
Yeah.
Milk is milk. Bread is brot. But then when you get outside of that, it gets harder.
When you get to Hand,
Handschuh, you think handschuh, no, it's a glove. You think jean is jeans, it is jeans.
It is jeans. But what do you call a pullover? Dare pull over?
Yeah, pull over. I get always fucked up because sometimes like you don't know a word. Like I remember one time I saw like a little like diesel generator. I asked my friend like, wie heißt das? And they said Generator. I was like, fuck you.
Generator.
Are you sure it's not like Stromverursachungsmaschine? Like what the fuck? Like because sometimes it's like that, where it's you had like they just like smash 8 words together. And they say, of course, but it is so klar. Of course, it's like that.
So klar.
So klar.
But then, so yeah, sometimes like there'll be like in my experience, I have it the other way where someone's trying to speak English to me, and then they're like, "We could be more. What's the word? Wie sagt das? Spontan?" And I'm like, "Spontaneous." Like I translate it, even though I don't speak German. I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, I bet we have that word too. Yeah. Wie sagt enigmatik? I'm like,
enigmatisch. Enigmatic, yeah.
enigmatisch,
Ja.
yeah. You're a genius.
Wie sagt man homosexuell? Like, gay.
No one knows what that means.
I
What does
have
it
no idea.
mean? So you only had a little bit when you came, and then you only had like the intro course or like a couple courses?
No, I kept going with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I got a German major in college just because I kept doing it.
Oh,
And
wow,
at the
okay.
end, the German department was like, "Hey, you have enough credits for the major. You want to just do it?"
And then I
was like, "Okay, yeah."
What was your other major?
Theater.
Theater and German.
The theater that I know.
And now you perform.
And now I perform. I performed in German, so it's actually working for me.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you're an actor here in Vienna.
I'm an actor here in Vienna, freelance.
They're available.
They're an actor.
And they're an actor. And
Jill Stein, if you're watching.
Jill Stein, cast me.
I want to play you in your biopic.
Cast us both.
Hey, you can be Hillstein.
Wie sagt man biopic?
Biopic.
They're like, I'm like, you're just saying an English word funny.
Autobiografisch.
Oh, Biopic is a Ja,
Biopic.
natürlich Schwein.
Shut the fuck up.
Ja, natürlich.
Ja, natürlich.
And when do you act in German as well now?
What
are most of your jobs?
I was in a short film where I had to perform in German. That was exciting.
Okay.
Any
Real stuff?
and real stuff.
Whenever someone says short film, I'm always like, okay,
I got paid. I got paid
Oh,
for the.
okay,
I got
nice.
paid for the short film. We had a screening in a movie theater,
Respect.
and we got the guy who did it, Georg Ebster.
KO.
Shout out George. I call him George. He got money from the city to do it.
Okay,
So-
nice.
So it was pretty legit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because whenever usually someone says like,
That can-
I've done some short films,
yeah,
I'm like,
it's
okay,
like-
so nothing.
Yeah. So what? Your friend like photographed you in their basement, like
Yeah,
rolling
like we've
around
all been
in a
into
puddle?
TikTok, man.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
that's
that
a
doesn't
short
mean anything.
film. Yeah. But mostly in your theater experience, you're doing
That's
English.
I do English theater.
English theater.
because that is where I'm better at it.
And then when it comes to German performing comedy, you've done it sometimes.
I've done it exactly at the time of this recording. I've done it exactly 4 times.
Why?
Why?
Why not more?
Because there's so much English comedy to do. It takes a lot
Yeah,
of time
okay.
to like go and do more. The reason I did it again is because I got booked for a show next Friday where I had to do like 15 to 20 in German.
Okay.
So I had to like practice a little bit.
Next Friday?
Next Friday?
Cool.
Yeah.
Where?
Titty Titty Bang Bang
At
in
Titty Titty-
the Loft. Come to Loft. Es ist im Loft.
Titty
Am
titty
Gürtel.
bang bang.
Titty Titty Bang Bang.
Oh, so it's on the girdle. That's where all the sketchy...
Talierstraße.
Talierstraße. Genau, that Loft.
Oh, wow.
So-
Wow. They're doing comedy events
Yeah, they're
there?
doing like a comedy event plus party after the comedy event.
Ah.
It's Comedy Collective, Sebastian Hummy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he sort of. He
Did it used to be a titty bar? Titty bang bang? Because the girdle is kind of sketchy with...
With
With
there's
sex
a couple,
stuff.
There's a couple like sauna, like gay male saunas.
There's also stuff for the straights too. There's sexy stuff all over the girdle.
Oh sure,
Yeah.
Red light district.
There's like
You ever been to a bordello?
I've been right by them. No, I didn't. I would never want to go to bordello. No, I'm like a farm to table sex guy. You know what I mean? I don't like processed sex. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it to be as natural as possible.
Bio.
Organic. Yeah.
Bio sex.
Bio sex.
So, wait, but is it a titty bar? Titty bang bang?
No, this is a name. It's like a sort of queer like variety show. So I think they're gonna have like some drag artists. and
Okay.
there might be some like burlesque things. and
Are you the
so-
titties or the bang? Like what?
I'm the bang
You're
bang
the
bang
bang.
baby. Come on, you get me in the room. I can't stop.
I got no titties. I got a lot going on, but no
Unfortunately,
titties.
my I believe I'm an A or double A cup. So I'm not very well.
Endowed in that.
I got the kind of breasts that don't get taken down on Instagram.
There's a silver lining there. At least it's a plus. So when you do perform in German, what is it like?
Oh, it's hard. It's definitely harder. Cause German's hard because you have to sort of think about what you're gonna say before you say it in a way that where in English you can kind of just sort of ramble on a bit. And I'm sure it's a little bit because I'm not a native speaker.
Okay.
But like I think I'm decently good at it that I can sort of think about it I kind of got it down, but it's sort of hard to like do like hard corner and pivots and also find like in English I can really pinpoint exact wording in a way that in German is a little bit harder.
Okay.
Because I just I got C1 German. Let me make that fucking clear. I got C1 German. Okay, I took the test.
Does it go to C2? What does it go to C2?
Yeah, but
you didn't take
for
C2.
nerds.
But C1 is like you could have a job in German.
I could have a job in German. That's
Why don't
that's
you?
my goal, maybe.
Well, did you really?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm studying to be a teacher, like a real teacher.
Cool.
Yeah.
A teacher like auf Deutsch in a
Like auf Deutsch in a Schule. Auf
in a
Deutsch.
Schule. Okay.
Hallo Kinder.
That's what you're
Willkommen
doing
in meinem Kurs.
That's what you're doing in all these classes you're taking? You're trying to be a teacher?
Yeah, I'm trying to be a teacher.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I'm studying to be a teacher.
Which subject?
English and history.
Okay. History is
say
one of our vocabulary words.
Hey, let's.
History
What is
would
it?
be Geschichte.
Geschichte.
Geschichte
Genau.
or story.
Or yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because is it not the story?
His story.
His story.
Let's put a pronoun right in there.
Oh my God.
That's excellent.
His story.
Is there any pronoun troubles? And what are the pronoun troubles like in German for a they them like
Oh
yourself?
man, I don't really. It's tough. It's weird.
It's harder.
It's weird because German they have so many pronouns.
Yeah.
They got so many fucking pronouns.
Die, der, das.
But none of them for me.
Oh, we could just is it okay? Wait, like, but if you go because die, der, and das they're gendered,
Exactly.
or das is not gendered. So could you go all das?
I mean, the problem with being all das, like das is like for like objects.
Yeah.
So it'd be a little bit weird. I guess you could be das.
It'd be more like
If you're
Das
like a sex slave, sure.
yeah. I see.
Like if
Yeah.
you're super into that like humiliation stuff, then das works for you. But
That's kinda
otherwise,
cool. It could be like-
das is too dehumanizing.
Yeah. But it's like okay, so
Das
it's like
Boot.
more it than
Yeah.
they.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we went with a
There's
they.
like they have like denen pronomen like they. I don't really know how to. I'm not meant to.
You can always go for the royal we.
via.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people do that too. That's kind of slay actually.
Via,
Via.
okay. But when you're referring to
because
somebody else,
the old use case is illegal in Austria.
which case?
You're not like royal titles banned in Austria.
Okay.
So
Good.
the royal we is also dead
Okay.
because of that.
You shouldn't
Bring
use
it back.
that.
Yeah, no, just repurpose it. Recycle, upcycle.
Upcycle.
Yeah.
Upcycle it for
Upcycle.
non-binary individuals.
That's true. But like a lot of like, so, like
Eure Liss ist
So
heute besonders schön.
danke.
Eure
But that's
Liss.
still it's still weird to like refer to someone who's not there with the royal we.
Oh
Or
yeah.
Royal they.
Uh-huh.
Or,
Okay, so what's the pronoun for royal they? Eure?
we. We is via.
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 I know. Yeah. So you.
Yeah.
Eure is like your.
But if I
That's
was
if I
plural
self-describe.
Self-describe.
Ja, it's eure Durchlaucht ist sehr erfreut über das Essen heute Abend.
Eure Durchlaucht. Durchlaucht ist was? What do you say?
Sehr zufrieden mit dem Essen heute Abend.
So yeah, are you so happy with
So,
the
like, your-
food this evening?
Ja.
Your.
Okay, so like are they okay? You'd be like it's kind of like are they happy with the food this evening?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
but it'd be
self-referring.
like
Okay.
your grace or whatever. Your.
What's the word again? Eure.
Eure. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you'd use if it was like me and my family. Eure.
Yeah.
No, that's unse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
eure would
Eure
be
is your like plural for you.
Y'all's.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
There we
it's
go.
y'all's.
It is
yeah.
Y'all's. Okay, eure.
Y'all
So-
come on here.
But when the server comes over for a table, could they be like, "Wie war eure Essen?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wie war
You would
euer
say
Essen?
this.
Euer Essen. Yeah.
Euer Essen.
Euer
Wie war-
Essen.
Then that's not weird.
No.
That's because there's more than one person.
Yeah.
And you're okay.
And we're all-
eure
and we're-
Essen.
And nobody's insane
and
at
we're
the table.
equals. And we're equals.
And that's you. That's EURE. Yeah.
EUER.
EUER.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Oya, unse. These are like the possessive
Exactly.
pronouns.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Unser.
Right. But there's so many pronouns. Okay. There's so many pronouns in
Yeah,
German. This
exactly.
is an issue.
There's so many
Yeah.
pronouns in German.
Right.
It's
So.
all pronouns all the time. So what the hell are they complaining about?
But you're in the. But is the discussion a little bit different in like the German? Because you're in probably in some Austrian queer spaces
Exactly.
as well.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing in Austrian queer spaces. I find that also that people use a lot more English in queer spaces too.
Okay, right,
So that
'cause
you
it's
might
got-
even just use they or like use people's names
Yeah.
instead of using a pronoun when they're not there.
Yeah.
Or also again, there's other like sort of neo pronouns again, de, denen. I don't know people who use them though.
Very rare.
Very rare. Yeah.
Denen.
Like, I don't really know like what day is. I've never actually had to use them. So
Okay, cool. Well, all right.
Zimzer.
Yeah.
No one's ever used. I feel like Zimzer is honestly like a conservative, like fucking, psyop. It feels like Zimzer was like invented by a Republican to be like they're using Zimzer. It's like I've never even heard anybody use. Right? I mean,
it might be like.
I think in enclosed spaces, perhaps.
The main thing with the conservatives is that they don't have imagination. So what they probably did was read an excerpt about a theoretical thing in like a paper, and then they immediately jump to this is happening. Right?
Totally
they're turning my boy into a girl.
Yeah, I mean literally what the Nazis did with transgender studies in the Weimar Republic, because. No, it happened then. Like the Weimar Republic was the groundbreaking.
No way.
State when it comes to other genders and what gender identity is and all that stuff.
Like
the initial research was made in the Weimar Republic after World War One, and the Nazis, that was their first target.
They did away with all of that.
Whoa!
And it was literally like they're taking our kids away from us, and they're perverted, and it's Jewish too. You know, like it was.
Wow.
Hey, I'm seeing some parallels.
So the first books that were burned, like the famous book burnings, the first book burnings were transgender works.
This is really compelling.
Yeah.
That is really good stuff.
Again, it's so disgusting that the West still like just brushes this under the rug.
Yeah.
They're like, no, the Jews were the first.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, there's a whole other group of people that they're like, what the fuck happened to us?
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Upbeat.
I mean, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
It's important. You know, we have to.
Yeah. But you spending most of your post-college life here. Did you have a lot of comparison between like queer spaces in the U.S. and queer spaces over here, or like you mostly had experiences over here? That's what I would guess.
Yeah,
but you were at Vassar, which is like that place.
I don't know.
Jokes aside, that is pretty queer.
Yeah, Vassar wasn't. That was a queer experience from start to finish.
Yeah.
You know,
doesn't matter who.
Good. Can't stop experiencing queer, man. Oh my god.
What was it talking about?
Oh
You're like
god.
enough
Everything's
already.
Like, come on.
I'm eating breakfast.
Please.
Come on.
Can we not have a drag performance at 10 a.m., please, everybody?
Yeah, stop dragging this out.
You're dragging. I'm about to, no. Anyway. I don't know.
Whatever.
I feel like in some ways, like drag, queer communities are a little bit more internationalized.
Yeah, it's okay. The English thing, like
especially in Vienna, I feel like the queer community feels much more international and less like just for Austrians.
Yeah.
So also just in Vienna itself is a very international city. So like, there's a lot of people from a lot of places and a lot of walks of life that are here anyway. So it didn't really feel like, it felt actually much more familiar to me than like other like more Austrian parts of life.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
It was actually maybe it's more familiar than
other Austrians.
Because like you know, your references are still the same, right? The kind of people you meet are the same kind of people.
It's the same internet.
Exactly, same
that you're
internet.
on.
You know, and, you know, queer culture is very sort of internet based now. I feel.
Yeah.
So it's you know, it sort of umbrellas over culture. Isn't that cool?
I do. I like when I ask a question and the answer is like, you pretty much got it. You already pretty much know what the deal is. I love when I already like, I would have figured that out by myself.
Yeah, I thought about this for 2 seconds.
That's fantastic. So what about your social life? Is it how much of it is in German? How much of it is in English?
I'd say like 50-50.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I think like half of my
I mean mine is so English. It's borderline borderline xenophobic.
I know, it's like, I'm not fucking. You can't make me learn the language.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna do it. Give me a bread roll. A bread roll.
Yeah.
Best I can do is Kaiser roll.
Kaiser roller.
My mother-in-law was like, we have a friend who refused to speak German. It did not go very well for him. I go, I'm not refusing to speak German. I just hang out with
mother-in-law was threatening you?
No, she was just like worried. She was worried that I was like becoming one of these people who's like never going to integrate. And she goes, that doesn't go well for people.
Integrieren ist
It doesn't.
wichtig.
Yeah, integrieren ist wichtig. It doesn't go well for people like that. They end up going. They end up like you have half a life. You know what I mean? It's like you can't really live.
You can't really like if you are gonna be here for a long time, it does if you're gonna be anywhere for a long time, it's tough if you can't really fully immerse yourself.
And I want it, and then that's what I'm really trying to make a real push to learn now, because it's like I do want to have. I like knowing what's up. Like it's like being in this country and not speaking German. It makes me like 30% stupider than I was in America.
Exactly, yeah, because you can't really connect with like news and current events and all that sort of stuff.
And even like when I walk into a room, I'm like, I don't know what they were just talking about.
Exactly, yeah. You sort of you don't feel like you're sort of alienated from the place that you're in.
I'm like half deaf. Like I'm not being able to perceive information.
Exactly.
To like be so it's like it makes me dumber. It sucks. So
it sucks. Yeah.
And so that's why that's why in order to integrate, I want to be in it. But so you have a social life where people are, so you're getting German without having to seek it out.
Exactly. Yeah. So and I sort of keep it, and all my studies are also all in German. So so I guess the comedy community, that's like more of my English language speaking community.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because that's the people that I speak English with.
So when you you'll write papers in German and you'll
I don't like doing it, but that's tough though, because academic language, and I don't think I'm quite very good at that yet. I probably could use like a crash course in like writing academic German.
Wow,
it's like the style thing. Because I know how to do it in English.
It's basically a different language.
Yeah,
and academic German.
It's Hochdeutsch combined with a shit ton of because I had to write papers in German, and I always got them sent back, but they're like, it's too casual. They're like, this is too casual. You need to use more specific terms. I'm like, no, I don't. I want this to be readable to normal human beings, please.
No.
And they're like, nope. This is supposed for other academics.
Intellectualism is supposed to be hard to access. That's why we lock books away in libraries.
I mean, that's universal. They want it to be alienating. They want it to be like you need to study in order to understand.
It's an ivory tower for a reason. Okay?
Yeah, right.
We're up here and you're down there.
It's not an ivory floor.
Yeah, it's not an ivory ladder with easy to grasp rungs.
It's not an ivory escalator.
Ivory escalator. Then everybody become an escalator.
Yeah, hello, you could sit down on it.
And then the tower wouldn't be cool anymore.
And your shoelaces will get caught.
Yeah, and one person can get sucked through the escalator.
And now we have a lawsuit on our hands.
Now it's a lawsuit, and who's going to have to pay for the legal fines?
The government.
Oh.
Yeah. Which fuck the government, by the way.
Yeah, fuck the government.
Yeah, fuck the government. It doesn't matter which country.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Every government is bad.
You know what I'm talking about. When you say it needs to be inaccessible, is it the vocabulary or the grammar, like tenses, like using more preteritum and stuff like that?
It's all supposed to be preteritum.
Yeah,
right. Because for writing, I don't know. It's just a higher order of writing, a different kind of style that is meant to be more learned.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're getting good grades?
Yeah. 3s get degrees, baby.
3s get degrees.
I don't care anymore. I was like when I was in undergrad, I was like, I gotta, because all my whole life I was like, I gotta be a good student. I have to be a good student. Now that after you like live outside of that for a little bit, you realize it doesn't. Who cares?
Okay, so you don't care. Are you getting a master's?
I have to restart. I'm getting a bachelor's in education. Yeah. My hope is that because I need teachers that I can sort of jump and start teaching officially and study at the same time, and so it'll be all right.
Will that happen soon?
I think so. I can probably apply whenever.
What, really? What, like where are you at? Tell me more about where you're at in your studies.
Oh no, I just finished my first semester.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, but
so probably in 2 semesters they will ask you.
Exactly.
Okay. And you're an experienced teacher. That's one of the things I'm talking about today.
I'm an experienced teacher. All right.
Yeah.
I've been teaching. I guess I've been teaching for as long as I've been here.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because when I came here, I had no teaching experience.
Okay, so you have no comparison with like U.S. schools and Austrian schools.
No, in America, I did a lot of like after school sort of things with like little kids, but that's not really the same.
Yeah.
So I've only really experienced that. I mean, here's the big difference is I feel like America is a lot more anal about who goes into schools and background checks and getting fingerprinted.
Bro, I know.
Because we have the same job now.
Yeah.
And as we know, you email the guy, he says, sure, and you show up to the school, and they're like, come on in.
And you said, you'll be hired off of vibes alone, and you were so right.
And I was right, was I not?
And I have a great
Did you
vibe.
even talk to him?
I did, yeah. It was great. I mean, we got along, and
Yeah, and that's what he looks for.
and I was like, they gave me like it was like a trial a week or whatever, and then they asked me like they asked my boss how it went, and it was going well.
Your leader, right?
Yeah, and I'm very qualified. I'm like a certified English teacher in the U.S. I don't know if you knew that. I have a master's degree.
You should have led with that. I did not know that.
I did lead with that. I mean, it's in my resume and stuff.
Well, I'm assuming. It's
Oh,
in your
but
resume.
you recommended me, but you didn't even know.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I just sort of thought like you seemed like you would be a good teacher.
Yeah,
you
I can
have a
talk.
master's degree?
Yeah,
That's crazy. Were you teaching?
I was briefly like like very briefly before I started. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do waiting tables in comedy until
you make it big time.
Actually, you know what's so funny is I was 24 and I got my first job in a school, and all my young teacher friends were all 34. And I was like, okay, so these people have the same job as me, and they're 10 years older. I can go do whatever I want for 10 years.
Yeah, and then come back.
And now I am 34. and the time is
and
up.
you're back here, baby.
And I'm
You're doing some
back.
teaching.
And I'm back.
That's
Things
cool,
have
though.
changed.
But you know what? Teaching it's a lifelong job. You know, and I think it's like
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, and you can kind of go in and out of it as you please.
That's what I like about it. And I'm glad I went to school. I have tons of debt, but I am glad I went to school ultimately. But because I think I wouldn't have been so chill over the last 10 years in terms of like being an artist and being poor if I was like, there's always a ripcord I could pull,
which is
boom.
I'm a teacher.
I'm a teacher now. Now I'm making $60,000 a year. Summer's off.
Summer's off, and it's like it's not so bad.
And it's not so bad.
Where were you teaching for that short period of time?
I was upstate New York, and I did some subbing in Chicago.
Upstate.
Yeah.
Where in upstate?
Syracuse, New York.
Hey.
You don't?
I know where Syracuse is.
Okay,
My
nice.
dad's from upstate New York.
Where's he from?
He's from Clifton Springs.
Okay, well, that's where my
Yeah.
brother lives now, near Albany.
No. It's Finger Lakes. It's
shit.
Finger Lakes.
Man.
Fuck
Steamed
you.
hams incoming.
There we go.
Clifton Springs,
No,
Albany.
it's a Utica expression. Upstate New York. Oh, not Albany. No. All right, for steamed hams? Yes.
And it's the education sector as well.
Yeah, right. Principal Skinner.
yeah,
Principal
Superintendent
Skinner.
Chalmers.
Yeah.
Hi, Principal Skinner. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. God, I love The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons so much. I was raised on that shit.
So when you talk about tips for learning German, would you say the socialization was did it help?
I think it's really good to make yourself speak it with somebody, you know, regardless of what that is, you know. I think when I was learning, like going on dates in German was really helpful in the beginning as well. Like just even if it's like a bad day, just like you sit with someone for an hour,
Yeah.
you have to talk to them in German. You know, like whatever happens, like and maybe it goes well and something else happens, but
Yeah.
you know, or it doesn't,
Or it doesn't.
and you go home, but you are satisfied because you know.
Yeah, the whole time you like had an alternative.
I was
Ulterior motive.
making it happen.
Yeah, you're like, thanks for the
Thanks for that.
language exchange.
I could have paid somebody to tutor me. But it's actually
Instead,
you bought me a drink.
Speaking of which,
What?
we have, I think, at the half point.
Uh-huh.
If you want to keep it that way.
Yes, no, yeah. Around the half point, we start switching to Deutsch.
Lass uns mal switchen.
Lass uns mal switchen.
Lass uns mal switchen,
Nach
man.
Deutsch sprechen. And first, I want to go a little bit to my vocabulary list, which is a school-based vocabulary list
Hey,
today.
because we're teachers.
Because we're teachers. Wir sind Lehrerin. Lehrerin, ja?
Lehrer.
Lehrer.
Wir sind Lehrer. Wir haben Studenten.
Ja, Studenten. Und
Studenten.
Studentinnen.
Und
Schüler.
du?
Schüler.
Wir haben
Ja.
Studentinnen.
Wir haben Schüler.
Ihr habt Schüler.
Schüler.
Studentinnen ist
That's like
if
a
you go to
university.
university.
Yeah.
Ah, Schüler. Okay,
Ja, ja.
Schüler.
Schüler und Schülerinnen.
With an umlaut.
Wir haben
Bitte.
Schüler und Schülerinnen.
Ja.
Lehrerin ist einfach.
Umlaut.
I can't do umlauts on here.
Yes, you can.
I totally can, but I will refuse to.
Option U is
not
the
with one
umlaut.
hand. Yeah. When these are the things I used in my first week of teaching Austrian students because they placed me with English learning students who did not know English at all. So it was kind of fun because
Wow, that's tough.
I had to practice
Your
my
German?
terrible German. And the rule at the company that we allegedly work at is that
Yeah,
to not
we may or may not work.
we may or may
for.
not work at is to not tell the students that you can speak German
Exactly. Yeah. Which sometimes works, then oftentimes it doesn't.
at all because they test you.
Yeah, they test it because you got to really pretend. Sometimes
You
the kids
understand.
are really stupid though. Because my thing is like I'll hear them talking and I'll help them out by saying the words in English. I won't respond in German, but they're really dumb because they'll hear you and you'll clearly understand what they're trying to say. And
Yeah.
you give them the word, and they'll go, "Oh, okay," and then they'll go like, "Hey, der kann schon Deutsch. Ja, der kann doch Deutsch, oder?" And like, "Excuse me, you speak German, right?" And I say, "What? No." And they go, "Oh, okay."
Okay, so
So you sort of gaslight the kids.
in some ways, yeah, you're supposed to not tell them. But in some ways, my students are. My bad students were smarter. I always find like the bad boys are like they're smart at least in the ways to fool teachers. They're like really they're really good at that.
They're pretty smart.
They'd be like, du kannst mir verständigen, ne? Like they would say fast, like, can you understand me? And they would like watch for the recognition in my eyes, you know?
See, like,
Yeah.
you gotta practice giving them like the dumb stare, like.
But then eventually I was like, one of my coworkers said allegedly that he's like, I'm not gonna lie to these kids. You know what I mean? Like eventually it's like I'm not being paid enough to like straight up lie to them. It's like if it helps the instruction.
They aren't stupid, right?
Right, they figure it out. They taught me a bunch of words, like a bunch of sexual words.
Like what? Like what?
Okay. Starts with the B. It's for sucking dick.
Yeah, okay.
Blästen or
That's close.
Blasen.
Yay!
Nice, danke.
Blasen.
That's going on the sheet, baby.
Mir an Blasen.
Beste
Mittelschule-Geschichte.
Beste Mittelschule-Geschichte von mir. Wir hatten Sexunterricht.
Sag mal, ja.
Schön.
Und die Lehrerin hat gesagt, tut's nicht wirklich blasen. Ganz schlecht. Nicht in den Penis hineinblasen. Weil dann zerstört die Harnröhre.
Nachmal bitte. Nachmal.
Ja, also so blasen ist blowing.
Oh, like literally blowing.
Ja.
Okay.
Blast nicht in den Penis hinein.
Blowjob.
Don't blow. So you're saying, why was your teacher saying this? Warum
Es war Sexunterricht.
Ja.
Oh, Sexunterricht. Okay, in die Sexunterricht.
Ja.
Entschuldigung.
So, don't. Niemals.
Niemals
Wo die Lehrerin
richtige Blasen in
gezeigt
den
hat,
Penis.
wie man guten Sex hat.
Das ist eine gute.
Ja, weil wir, also seit den 70er Jahren haben wir den Sexkoffer.
Es ist nichts wie Glasmacher.
Ja, es ist ein Koffer voll mit Sexunterrichtmaterial, so
Kondome,
Bananen, oder Gurke. Meistens Gurke, weil Bananen teuer waren.
Das ist mehr österreichisch.
Ja.
eine Gurkenverbindung.
Eine Gurke.
Ja. Solange es kein Essiggurkel ist, alles bestens. Brauchst du ein ganz kleines Kondom.
Ist eine sehr gut richtig auf Englisch. Die Lehrer hat eine Banane und ein Kondom. Und er sagt, Kinder, wir haben heute einen Unterschied von Kondom oder whatever, a lesson about condoms. Und so, ich habe eine Kondom und ich habe eine Banane. Weil ich kann nicht hart sein, wann ich habe Hunger. Okay, did I get it right? Okay, that's my first German joke.
Nicht schlecht.
We have
Nicht schlecht.
So the joke
yeah.
the English is like, so we have this condom and we have this banana because I can't get hard without a banana. You know, I can't get hard without eating.
I can't get hard if I'm
I
hungry.
can't get hard if I'm hungry.
Ja,
Das ist
ziemlich gut. Ja.
So other words.
war super.
Und anderes Wort, ich habe gelernt in der Schule, langweilig.
Ja.
Ich habe immer langweilig gesagt.
Es ist so langweilig.
Ja.
Boah, bitte, es
Fad.
ist so fad. Es ist mir so fad jetzt.
Fad jetzt.
Boah, so fad. Bitte, können wir auch was anderes machen, bitte.
Fad, nicht Fad?
Nicht fahren, Fad. Wie schreibt man
Fad?
FAD.
FAD?
Ja, FAD.
Was bedeutet Fad?
Das Gleiche.
Auf langweilig.
Oh, really?
Ja. Nur wienerisch.
F-A...
Oder
FAD.
österreichisch. Ich würde sagen, Fad ist
FAD?
österreichisch.
Fad?
Ich glaube, ich habe auch in Oberösterreich gehört.
Ja.
Boring? No, FRD?
FAD.
FAD, Fad.
Ja,
Okay.
nicht zu
Fad.
verwechseln mit Fad, weil,
Yeah, boring.
Das
Ja.
ist so ein Fad.
ja,
Good. Other words that we discussed? Und...
falscher Freund.
I would call them boring if they were doing something that they were trying to be funny, and I'd be like, langweilig Junge, like that's that. I would say he's boring boy, boring, because they hate being. They were trying to be entertaining,
Yeah.
And so I had to use like psychological warfare on them. They were like really bad boys, so like I had to like try to be the cool kid in class and be like, that's boring. That's not cool.
Yeah,
like
that
instead of don't do it, I'd be like, that was a boring thing to say. Like everyone's bored by you. Right
Yeah, that
now.
sucks, yeah.
And that did help.
Ooh, cringe.
Langweilig, yeah.
Boah, cringe, Alter.
Nichts zerstört das Ego eines
Oh
15-Jährigen mehr.
Das ist
Ja.
absolut nichts, ein Sigma-Move, Mann. Das war so skibbity. Das war so unfassbar skibbity von dir, ehrlich.
Nicht einmal Alpha oder Beta.
Nicht einmal, es war Gamma von dir.
Ja. Gammler.
Du Gammler, du Gamma-Gammler, du.
Guter. Gut zum jemanden beleidigen.
Ja,
Alpha-Gammler.
Aber Gammler.
Anderes Wort, ich habe gelernt, Tafel, Whiteboard.
Ja, Tafel.
Ja.
Zeichnung, Drawing.
Tafel ist nicht Whiteboard.
Tafel ist was?
Tafel ist eher
Blackboard.
der Blackboard.
Tafel
Ja.
ist Blackboard?
Ja.
What is
Whiteboard ist
Whiteboard?
Whiteboard.
Whiteboard. Weißtafel?
Auf der Brett.
Hey,
Auf
maybe it's
aber jetzt gibt es so viele Smartboards. Sie sagen einfach, ich mach's auf dem
Smartboard, ja.
Smartboard.
Es gibt Smartboard
Smart
jetzt.
ist definitiv ein Wort, das sich langsam entwickelt hat, weil smart war früher schon ein Fremdwort, das wir verwendet haben in der deutschen Sprache.
Ja, ja.
Aber ich glaub,
Du bist ein
Smartboard.
smarter Junge.
Smarte Junge.
Ja, du bist
Smartboard.
clever.
Clever Boy.
Ja.
So clever,
Smarte
aber so
Junge.
clever so wie frech, eher clever oder smart so wie intelligent?
Es
eher?
ist intelligent plus frech, ja. Es
Okay.
ist ein bisschen
Intellefrech.
Intellifrech, ja.
Freck? Was ist Freck?
Frech is like
Precocious.
you would say like I think of it for
Smart
me,
ass?
like a smart ass like people like saying it in like English like, oh like you're getting don't get fresh with me.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay,
So
fresh.
that's how I think of it, like fresh.
Frick.
In der Slang-Term.
Yeah.
Ja,
Like,
okay.
you're getting fresh with me.
Ja.
That's how
Aber-
I remember it.
Und dann auf ein bisschen älter noch Frechdachs.
Und Frechdachs?
Ja,
Frechdachs?
Du bist aber wirklich ein Frechdachs.
Du Frechdachs, du.
Freck, Tax?
Dachs ist
That's
ein...
like a badger.
Ja.
You
Ja.
fresh badger.
Ja.
You fresh badger. Oh, you little fresh badgers coming into my garden, taking my potatoes. Oh no.
Chewing up the cables from
Chewing
my,
up the cables.
from my
Fresh
car.
Tax.
Pissing all over my car wheels.
Du bist
Frech-
Frecktax.
Du bist ein Frechdachs.
Ein
Frecktax.
Oder du bist-
Dachs.
Du bi-
Frecktax.
äh,
Dax.
Du kannst
Dachs.
es auch...
Mit
Like
der.
Dachs, like Dachshund.
Dachs.
Dachshund. A dachshund
Oh, is
is a dog that
badger
goes
hunter.
after badgers.
Dachshund.
Ja.
Dachs.
Ja.
Danke.
Ja.
Das ist sehr gut auf Deutsch die Wort, die Compound-Wörter.
Genau,
Ja.
die Verbindung zwischen die Wörter zu verstehen.
Ja.
Ja, der Dachs ist in dem Fall... Hat nichts mit
Einfach
dem
zu
Dach
verstehen.
zu tun,
Hast du ein Dach?
weil das ist der Roof.
Dachshund
Ja.
nicht.
Ja.
Dach, ja.
Dach und Dachs haben nicht miteinander zu tun.
Ja, okay.
Nichts miteinander zu tun.
Nichts
Ja.
miteinander zu tun.
No, nothing to do with each other.
Hey.
Das ist gut.
Ist das
Aber
nice.
meine Verlobten, wir jeden Sonntag, wir sprechen Deutsch und
Ah ja.
Aber ich habe nur das Wörter, das sie hat mir sagt. You know, so like I need new words to surprise her.
Yeah, you only know the words that she has
Yeah,
spoken.
And so it's so boring for her.
Yeah, so
and
this
so
is good though, because you'll come and be like, "Guten Morgen, mein Frechdachs."
Ja, I mean, es ist ein Wort, das du auch gegenüber deinen Geliebten verwenden kannst. Definitiv.
Really?
Ja,
Mit
Frechdachs.
du bist
ohne
ein
Liebe.
süßer Frechdachs. Süßer.
Oh, meine süße Frechdachs.
Ja.
Super.
Du bist eine hässliche Frechdachs.
Oh ja. Ja. Wenn du deine Hochzeit früh
Hässliche.
beenden möchtest, gerne. Nennen Sie einen.
What, hässlich? Hässlich? Like hässlich willkommen? Wie
Oh,
hässlich?
hässlich.
Hässlich.
Ugly.
Ja. Und in dem Kontext ist es weniger, dass du...
You ugly fresh badger.
Hässlich.
Hässlich.
Schier.
Super.
Schier.
Du schiercher Frechdachs.
Du schiercher Frechdachs.
Other things we learned, bitte nicht, Zeichnung is drawing, but the verb form
Zeichnen.
but the verb form of like, bitte nicht, do not draw,
Bitte nicht auf dem Tafel zeichnen.
bitte nicht auf dem Tafel,
Auf der...
auf
Tafel.
der,
Die Tafel?
Dativ,
Fuck.
auf der Tafel, Penis Zeichnung.
Ein Penis zeichnen.
Penis is penis.
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 Der Penis.
Der Penis.
And then
Das
another
Glied.
Das Glied.
Glied.
Glied, ja.
Other
Your member.
Glied?
Du hast ein Glied in einer Kette, aber du hast auch ein Glied auf deinem Körper.
Glied. G-L-I-E-D.
I-E-D. Ja. Glied ist,
you had it right.
also du hast ein Glied in einer Kette. Weißt du, was eine Kette ist?
Kette, nein.
Chain? So Fahrradkette?
Okay.
Ja, zum Beispiel, ja. Aber ein Glied ist one link.
One link.
Okay, so it's like
So
your
this
sausage
is-
link.
Kind
Eine
of, ja.
Würstelglied?
Ja,
Es gibt-
nein.
Es gibt's
Würstelglied?
Nein. Nie sagt Würstelglied. Okay.
Du wirst rausgeworfen, wo auch immer du das sagst.
Aber es linkt,
Kann
ja?
ich ein paar Würstelglieder haben? Wieso? Raus mit dem perversen Sack.
Würstelglieder?
Nein, aber ein
Try that in a sauna.
Ja. Würstelglied.
Nein, aber es ist mehr ein technischer Begriff für Penis, Glied. Ja.
Glied? It's technical,
Ein
really?
bisschen mehr, ja.
Okay.
Penis ist eher Schwanz, du sagst eher Schwanz im normalen Umgangssprache.
Ja.
Mein Schwanz tut weh. Jemand hat mir in den Schwanz getreten.
Yeah, what's the most, for penis, what's the most, like, normal
Auf
way
Deutsch?
to say it auf Deutsch?
Sag's mal.
Wie sagt Penis auf Deutsch in ein sehr normalisch
Art und Weise.
Arten?
Art und Weise.
Art
ja.
und Weise.
Art und Weise?
Art, like kind, und Weise, like way.
Ja.
Art und
Kind
Weise.
and way.
Danke. Art und Weise.
Das ist eines der besten deutschsprachigen Idiome. Art und Weise.
Art und Weise.
Es ist super.
Art und Weise.
Das kannst du in so vielen Kontext verwenden.
Ja.
In so vielen Kontext
In so einer Art und Weise.
verwenden. Ja.
A-R-A-R-T.
Art.
Also deine Art und
Und
Weise
Weise.
gefällt mir überhaupt nicht. Ja?
Solcher Benehmen, das geht gar nicht hier in der Schule, du Freckstachs, du.
Ja. Ihr lernt gerade, wie ihr eure Schüler beleidigt.
That's true, ja, das brauche ich, weil ich muss auch hin und wieder Deutsch mit den Kindern sprechen und ich weiß nicht, wie man gut die Kinder irgendwie, also was die gute so Schulwörter sind, also
Die
die so Lehrwörter, so Lehrphrasen.
Ja, was ist eine gute Lehrphrase
Ja.
für den Penis? Für der Penis.
Ja.
Penis. Schwanz,
Penis.
oder?
Schwanz ist ein bisschen zu leger.
Ja, okay. Penis.
Leger, I love that word.
Leger.
Das ist so leger. I love that about German. This is sometimes you'll
Wir
say
haben französische Wörter.
It's
1
like,
zu 1.
ja, aha, so leger. Geh mal ins Restaurant.
Verwenden wir die Garderobe.
Geh mal zur Garderobe. Kann ich ein Papier, Serviette
Serviette.
Ja.
haben?
Was wäre okay für Schwanz?
Schwanz. Nein, nicht Schwanz. Penis. Der Penis.
Das ist, ja.
Penis ist biologisch,
Ja,
ne?
biologisch, ja.
Biologisch ist passt, ja?
Ja, nein, das ist in Ordnung.
Biologisch
Schule.
ist wissenschaftlich, ist gut, ist es
Ja.
Ja. Ja.
Eben Glied ist auch eher in der technischen,
Glied, ja?
eher in der
Technisch?
technischen Ecke.
Okay.
Ja. Das
Okay.
ist etwas, was ein Arzt sagen würde. Ist, bitte,
dein Glied.
bitte zeigen Sie mir Ihr Glied.
Bitte leg dein Glied auf den Tisch, bitte. Dein massives Glied.
Der Kid,
Ich muss eine Chanson dazu singen, ein paar Glieder.
eine Schüler hat mir gefragt, warum ist Cocktail? Ich habe Cocktail, ich habe Cocktail-Umsatz und es ist dasselbe Wort.
Right. Cock and
Schwanz,
cocktail.
Schwanz. Er hat Cocktail geschrieben in Leo und Schwanz, Schwanz.
Schwanz-Cocktail.
Yeah, cocktail, Schwanz, Schwanz. And he says, warum? And then he was just trying to get me to say cock, I think.
Naja, es ist, weil ja, der Hahn ist natürlich, wir haben keine Ahnung, dass der Hahn Cock
Hahn.
heißt. Hahn ist der Cock.
Hahn is cock,
Hahn.
like a chicken cock.
Hahn,
Ja.
ja, Hahn.
Hahn.
Hahn oder Huhn.
Huhn ist weiblich, ja.
Huhn ist, ja, okay.
Die Hühner ist alle und
Ja, die Hühner.
ein Hahn,
Hahn.
ist der Cock.
Der Cock und Huhn
Ja.
ist
Die Huhn.
Die,
Der Hahn,
das
die
Huhn.
der
Huhn.
Hahn, die Huhn. Ja, okay. Und wann,
Das Huhn.
wann, wann du bist ein Lehrer, magst du in Hauptschule oder Gymnasium oder Mittelschule Lehrerin?
Am liebsten im Gymnasium.
Im Gymnasium? Warum?
Ja, weil die älteren Kinder sind einfach, sie benehmen sich
Oberstufe.
besser. Oberstufe.
Oberstufe.
Ja, Unterstufe. Horror.
10 bis 14-Jährige.
Boah, die sind so scheiße. Sie haben keinen Respekt, sie reden unendlich. Sie sind so frustrierend. Wirklich, ich hasse die.
Was ist Oberstufe? Was bedeutet Oberstufe?
Oberstufe ist like high school.
High school.
So like our 9th to 12th grade is Oberstufe here.
Oberstufe kann Gymnasium oder Mittelschule sein oder
Nur Gymnasium
Kant.
und Handelsakademie, Handelsschule und höhere technische Lehranstalt.
Did you get all that?
Nein.
Business High School oder Technical High School?
Ja,
Ja.
technisch, okay.
Ja.
Und magst du Gymnasium ist Business, ist
Nein, Gymnasium ist eher so akademischer Hochschule.
akademisches, ja,
AHS.
ist früh von Universität.
Genau,
ja.
also die Kinder machen Matura
Ja.
und dann
Wissenschaftliche Vorarbeit.
Keine
ja,
Automechanik.
wissenschaftliche Vorarbeit. Ja, sie schreiben das und nicht einfach alles mit ChatGPT schreiben lassen. Alles ist scheiß ChatGPT. Es ist so blöd.
Ja.
Und sie haben es auch
ChatGPT.
auf ihr Handys.
Ja, Krebs. Ja.
Es ist super blöd.
Blöd.
Blöd, das ist auch gut, ja.
Ja,
Blöd.
blöd ist ein gutes Wort. Ja.
Blöd.
Das ist blöd.
Deppert.
Das ist ja blöd.
Deppert.
Aber bist du
Blöd
deppert?
und deppert. Blöd. B-L-U-D. Blöd. Oder
Deppert is okay to say, right?
Sorry, sag nochmal.
blöd?
Ja,
Was bedeutet blöd? Was bedeutet blöd?
dumm.
Dumb.
Dumm.
Ja.
Ja.
Aha.
Idiotisch.
Idiotisch. Und ja, deppert, we have already covered. Depp, du bist Depp.
Bist du deppert?
Depp.
Bist du deppert, dieser Depperter?
Und ein Lehrer
Du
kann...
Depperter.
Darf eine Lehrer Depp sagen?
Deppert?
Ich
Deppert.
würde gegenüber einem Schüler, ich würde nicht.
Ja, du
Ich
bist
würd nicht.
deppert, du
Okay.
Depperter. Nein.
Das
nein,
kannst du
nein,
sagen, nachdem sie fertig sind mit der Schule.
Achso, ja, okay.
Wenn du
Oder-
wirklich einen Hass auf einen Schüler hast, dann warte, bis er fertig ist
Genau.
mit der Schule.
Und dann kannst du
und
das
dann
sagen.
kannst
Ja,
du
ja,
machen, was du willst. Aber solange er
Ja,
unter...
aber warte, sag's einfach in Lehrzimmer.
In Lehrzimmer.
Dann darfst du alles sagen.
Ja.
In die Lehrzimmer.
In Lehrzimmer.
Oder
alles.
draußen beim Rauchen.
Ja, genau.
Das ist eine sehr große Änderung von Unterschied von amerikanischen Schule ist in die Lehrzimmer. Es gibt Bier.
Bier
die
und Sekt
Kühlschrank.
und ja.
Ja.
Ich finde es auch crazy, mal wenn die Lehrer gehen auf eine so Rauchpause mit die Schule.
Ja.
Das war auch bei mir in einer Schule. Ich war auf eine Business-Schule. Ja, und die Lehrer haben vor der Schule geraucht mit den Kindern dabei. Es war so weird.
Ja.
Die Lehrer haben
Sie haben
Bier
geraucht.
getrunken.
Nein.
Nein. Sie haben geraucht.
Oh, geraucht.
Geraucht, aber mit den Kindern.
Mit den Kindern.
Naja,
Nein.
Jugendliche, nicht Kinder.
Jugendliche,
Ah, nicht
ja.
Kinder, okay, Jugendlicher, sorry.
Ein Achtjähriger mit
Ja.
einer Zigarre.
Aber vielleicht doch so ein 13-Jähriger, wer weiß.
Oh
Aber
ja.
Es gibt so viel
aber
Rauchen
so-
hier. Es
ja.
gibt so viel. Alles sind Rauchen. Rauchst du ein bisschen?
Hey, ich hab für dieses Neujahr entschieden, aufzuhören.
Super.
Du hast entschieden aufzuhören oder hast du angefangen aufzuhören?
Ich habe entschieden aufzuhören und ich war zum 90% erfolgreich.
Wow.
Ja, ich habe leider letzten Freitag 2 Chick geraucht nach dem deutschen, weil es war diese deutsche Show. Ich war so gestresst danach.
Ja, okay. So du hast schon 2 Zigaretten geraucht?
Ja,
Das ist nichts.
aber nur 2.
das ist nichts.
Nur 2.
Diesen Monat
Super.
nur 2.
Das ist nichts.
So, ich versuche wirklich dieses Jahr irgendwie durchzukommen, ohne zu rauchen. Oder sehr wenig zu rauchen. Oder einfach sagen, ich bin jetzt nicht Raucher.
Was ich auf jeden Fall empfehlen kann, nicht anfangen mit den Pouches. Wie heißen die? Sinn?
Ah, die
oder
Ja,
Die sind
ja,
Snoozer.
ja, ja.
Ey, du
Ja, für dich.
Snoozer.
Magst du?
Oh, I don't want to snooze.
Du darfst, weil du hast nur eine Lunge.
Ja.
Jeder andere hat keine Entschuldigung dafür, Sinn zu nehmen.
Ich soll nicht.
Weil es ist immer noch ein Neurogift. Es ist immer noch ein neurologisches Gift.
Neurologisch? Neurologisch?
Nervengift. It's,
Nephew?
Huh?
Neffen?
Nerven.
Nerven.
Nerven,
Ja.
your nerves.
Ah.
Yeah. Your physical nerves.
Ja, ja.
Very
Aber das geht mich
important.
auf die Nerven.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are your metaphorical nerves. Yeah, like I'm getting the nerves would be
Yeah.
that one. But ich habe
Meine
empfindliche Nerven. Ich habe empfindliche Nerven.
Echten Nerven.
Ja, dann redest du von deinen echten physischen
Aha.
Nerven.
Real Nerven.
Ja,
Ah.
but
Das ist schlecht für meine Neffen.
aber
Das
Tabak,
ist schlecht für
also
meine
nicht
Neffen.
Nikotin ist ein
Nikotin.
Nervengift.
Ja.
Ja, das heißt, und da ist halt viel mehr drinnen als in einer Zigarette.
Ja, das ist gut für drinnen Zigarette. Aber ich habe nie geraucht. Ich habe
Das stimmt.
nie geraucht.
Wie
ja.
oft snoost du an einem Tag?
Ich habe, was ist
oft
quit?
sinnst
What is
du?
quit?
Aufgehört?
Ich habe aufgehört seit einem Monaten oder so und ich hatte angefangen.
Hast du wieder angefangen?
Ich habe wieder angefangen, danke. Weil es cool.
Ist cool
und
und es fühlt sich gut an.
ja.
Ja.
Wird
Naja,
sich gut
ich hab einen Freund, der 250 € pro Monat ausgibt, nur für Sinn.
Boah, das ist so viel.
Ja, ein Backerl
Aber es-
Sinn
aber es-
pro
aber es-
Tag ist viel zu viel.
Es brennt mal. Es brennt wirklich.
Wirklich? Ich hab's noch nie ausprobiert.
Na, es brennt. Also wenn man nicht daran gewöhnt ist, dann ist
Es ist wirklich zu stark.
Es brennt wirklich in die Zahnfleisch.
Brent.
It burns.
Burn,
It
ja,
burns you.
Auf
Ja.
den Gaumen.
Auf
Ja,
den Gaumen.
Auf den Gaumen, ja.
Ja.
Wow.
Brent zu Gaumen. Brent deine Gaumen.
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 Ja.
Your gums.
Zahnfleisch.
Ja,
Zahnfleisch.
perfekt,
Ja.
ja.
Zahnfleisch. Oh, Unterricht. Unterricht ist Lesson. Unterricht ist oder
Der Unterricht
Subject.
Der Unterricht ist the
Topics.
Education Plan in general, I
Ja,
think. Das ist
aha.
der Unterricht. Und dann die Unterrichtsstunde.
Is what we're doing in the class at that time.
Ja, Lesson Plan. Ja, Unterrichtsstunde.
Ja.
I still get sort of confused with like Klasse, Kurs, Unterricht.
Die haben
Stunde.
viel Überlappung.
Stimmt.
Ja.
Lappung.
Overlap.
Overlap.
Überlappung.
Überlappung. Das ist einfach. Das ist leicht. Das ist super.
Oh, wir haben nur Penis gehabt vor
Ja, sprich mal über
Frauen, ja.
über Vagina.
Ja, weil Lappen ist Lappen, ja.
Ah.
Lappen. Oh.
Ja, das ist wirklich böse. Du alter Lappen. Huh. Entweder du bist oldschool und du meinst einen Wischmopp oder ein Wischtuch. Du bist ein your dirty old rag. Ja. Aber du kannst auch sagen, du Footlappen.
Footlappen.
Which is
sounds
vagina
bad.
flaps.
Oh.
But like the flappy flaps.
Foot
you know?
is vagina? Foot?
Oh, it's super nicht okay, jemanden eine Foot zu nennen. Das ist like du bist ein... Wer wird das sagen überhaupt? Oh, jemand fährt dir hinten rein ins Auto, ja, und entschuldigt sich nicht und ist das größte Arschloch überhaupt.
Ja.
Den kannst du vielleicht ein Footlappen nennen.
Footlappen.
Ja, oder jemand haut dir ins Gesicht ohne Provokation.
Ja, Foot.
Ja, dann.
It sounds so I love words like that where it really sounds like nasty.
Foot?
Footlappen.
Footlappen.
It just sounds kind of
Oh,
like
yeah. Footlappen. Ew.
Ja.
yucky.
Nice. Gross. Perfekt.
Grauslich.
You never
nicht
know.
Nicht gross, grauslich.
Grauslig.
Ja,
Grauslig.
Sounds like someone doesn't
Grauslig.
like vagina too much.
Was? Ich Vagina zu behaupten?
Scheint, als ob der Mann hier in der Vagina ein bisschen widerlich.
Und wie hast du deine Partner getroffen?
Wir haben uns auf Tinder getroffen.
Auf
aber
Tinder.
wir sprechen nur Englisch miteinander.
Ja, und jetzt
Weil die Lara,
keine
sie kommt
keine
nicht,
Englisch
Nein, weil sie kommt nicht aus, also sie kommt aus Bosnien.
aus Bosnien.
Ja, also
okay.
sie ist super. Sie hat Deutsch gelernt als Kind, nur weil sie hatten nur deutscher Fernseher in Bosnien.
Ja.
Ach so.
Also sie hat einfach so sehr viel so Cartoons auf Deutsch
Deutsch.
geschaut und sie hat einfach dadurch Deutsch gelernt.
Biene Meier,
Maybe.
Wahrscheinlich. Dann
eher so viel so
Heidi.
Ja, vielleicht
Heidi.
Aber
Heidi war international.
Ja.
Mit Shirley Temple, Heidi? Nein.
Nein. Das japanische Heidi.
Japanische?
Ja, so die Geschichte ist die, dass die Österreicher und die Deutschen und die Schweizer öffentlichen, rechtlichen Fernsehsender, der Public TV Stations, die wollten Kinderfernsehsendungen haben, die nicht amerikanisiert sind und nicht ein Produkt verkaufen wollen. Sie wollten etwas Neutrales, weil alle anderen Kindershows waren du willst immer ein Produkt verkaufen, vor allem in den 70ern und so.
Immer von Japan oder...
Generell, egal wo du warst, immer wollten sie, dass du, hey, kauf dieses Plushie, kauf dieses Fahrrad oder was auch immer, weißt du, es war immer irgendein Geldmotiv dahinter und sie wollten dieses Geldmotiv rausnehmen und haben ein japanisches Studio angeheuert.
Das ist so crazy.
Und sie wollten ursprünglich Franzosen, ein französisches Studio, weil die besten grafischen Designer hatten damals, aber die waren viel zu teuer.
Natürlich.
Weil es ist öffentlich-rechtliches Fernsehen, die haben nur ein limitiertes Budget, also haben sie nach Japan müssen. Und Japan war auch gut wegen am Yen-Kurs. Es war billiger, einfach generell.
Es ist billiger von amerikanisch Fernsehen.
Oder in Lizenz zu kaufen, natürlich auch. Ja.
Okay.
Ja. Aber sie sind dann eben, und sie wollten eben etwas, das ein bisschen was mehr sozialistisch angehaucht ist auch und mehr einfach eine Geschichte erzählt und Menschen hat, die wirklich sind. Also deswegen ist auch Heidi so gut geworden. Ich meine, es war ja Miyazaki, der Typ, der dann Ghibli, der dann Ghibli gegründet hat einer seiner ersten großen Arbeiten auf Heidi gehabt. Deswegen schaut Heidi so gut aus. Weil sie wirklich einen Haufen Arbeit reingesteckt haben.
Heidi.
Ja, die Berge sind so schön. Heidi.
Okay, ja, passt. Danke.
Okay, shut up.
Aber diese Shows, die werden immer noch ausgestrahlt. Also Heidi, Nils Holgersson,
ich glaube, sie hat eher, aber keine Ahnung, sie ist so alt.
Biene Meier und so weiter und so fort.
Aber sie hat eher so mehrere so Nickelodeon-Shows oder Disney-Shows.
Street Sharks.
Ja, genau. Synchronisiert.
Ja.
Ist auch funny, weil sie hasst die englische Version, die originale Version von Fairly Odd Parents. Weil sie findet...
Elfen helfen!
That sounds fake.
Es war Elfen helfen.
Ich glaube helfende Elfen, aber ja, es ist...
Helfende Elfen, das ist
aber
super.
Timmys Stimme auf Englisch ist viel nerviger als Timmys Stimme auf Deutsch. Es stimmt aber.
Ja?
Timmy klingt wirklich normal. Also im Vergleich...
Wie hört aus? Wie hört aus?
Wie hört er sich?
Wie hört er sich? Timmy.
Er wie ein echtes Kind und nicht wie What? No, come on, what? You know how he sounds? You know, right? I'm not even gonna do that! Oh, Timmy, you're gonna have to get that wish! Oh, Cosmo!
Und deine Freundin hat Elfen helfen gesehen?
Schon. Elfen helfen. Ich muss sie fragen, ob es... Ja. Sie hat Elfen helfen und andere Dinge.
Und sie hat keine Englisch?
Sie kann auch Englisch.
Sie kann auch Englisch, aber...
Ein Kind des Internets, ja? Also sie hat auch einfach Englisch von dem Internet gelernt. Aber sie kann super Englisch sprechen, super Deutsch sprechen.
Okay.
Osmose.
Sie ist ein Talent.
Kulturelle Osmose,
Dankeschön.
Ja. Aber
wir reden Englisch.
In Englisch reden.
Wenn wir müssen, also wenn wir zusammen in deutschsprachigen Räumen sind, dann reden wir Deutsch. Aber ich glaube, es ist komisch für uns beide, miteinander Deutsch zu reden.
Okay, ja.
Untereinander.
Englisch,
ja.
Englisch reden.
Ja, aber jetzt muss ich dann Kroatisch-Bosnisch lernen.
Kroatisch-Bosnisch?
Ja, also Kroatisch-Bosnisch, Serbisch, ja. Alle das gleiche Sprache.
Ach so.
don't tell you I said that. Don't tell them I said that.
Bosnian-Croatian ist die gleiche von...
Bosnian, Croatian, Serbian, Montenegrin are the same language.
Same language.
Yeah.
Aber
Jugoslawisch.
mit Dialekt.
Yeah.
Mit Dialekt.
Genau.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like a little different.
A little.
They're like more similar than like American and like British English are.
Okay.
They sound really similar.
Ach so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
they use some kind of different words. Keine Ahnung.
Und
Aber wegen dem Krieg.
Na, ein bisschen. Kroatien hat oft so mit Absicht die Namen, die Monaten geändert, damit sie so slawischer klingt.
ja.
Ja, weil in Serbien sagt man so jetzt ähnlich so Januar, Februar, einfach so ein bisschen so eingeserbischt. Ja, aber in Kroatien sind so völlig andere Namen.
Das ist halt der Einfluss noch vom österreichisch-ungarischen Königreich.
Die Monaten
Kaiserreich.
hat anderes Namen.
Ja, sie haben die Namen geändert. Also es ist, keine Ahnung, so Juni, statt Juni zu heißen, ist etwas wie so Lervo oder Lierpo, also etwas so wie heißer Monat oder
Ach so.
Sommermonat. Also, ja. Und so September ist etwas mit so Blättermonat oder so.
Monat.
Sehr lyrisch.
Sehr lyrisch, ne? Ja.
Und sprichst du Bosnisch jetzt, oder?
Ich glaube, du sprichst besser Deutsch, als ich Bosnisch kann. So, dein Deutsch ist besser als mein Bosnisch.
Wow.
Also, ich könnte nicht einen Podcast auf Bosnisch. Absolut nicht. Ich trainiere mich jetzt. Ich lese, ich höre Podcasts, aber es ist ein bisschen, keine Ahnung. Deutsch war ein bisschen einfacher, nur weil es ist ein bisschen ähnlich zu Englisch. Ja?
Und du lebst hier.
Und ich lebe hier.
Ja.
Das ist auch das Ding. Ja, aber so, keine Ahnung. Ich treffe jedes Woche mit einem Tutor
Ja.
online und ich und
Sprichst du mit seiner Familie auf Bosnisch? Oder?
ich versuche zuzuhören. Ihre Mutter kann nur Bosnisch.
Ja.
Also mit ihrer Mutter versuche ich Bosnisch zu reden. Aber ich merke es immer, wenn ich so, keine Ahnung, wenn ich so runtergehe für Weihnachten oder so. Ich bin immer ein bisschen überfordert.
Überfordert.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
Überfordert. Super, überfordert.
Yeah?
Ja.
Overwhelming? Wouldn't say like it's not how you translate it?
Overwhelming is more external. I feel like.
I think you're overwhelmed up here too.
Yeah, I guess so. Es ist überfordert is like
It's sort of like too much.
beyond your capabilities.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Overwhelmed in a sort of practical way.
Überfordert.
Ja.
Yeah.
Also zum Beispiel, wenn du eine Klasse zu früh, ich fange mit B2-Kurs zu früh an,
Genau.
ich bin noch nicht gut genug, dann bin ich überfordert.
Überfordert.
Ja.
Ja. Also ja, ein normaler tägliche Konversation auf Bosnisch ist für mich überfordernd.
Ja.
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 Ich kann dich verstanden.
Ja, hey, du weißt, wie es ist.
Ja.
Aber
Ich weiß.
hey, ich muss sagen, du sprichst ziemlich gut.
Ich kann
wird
verstanden
besser.
Deutsch
Es wird
ein bisschen. Ja, besser. Ja, ich jeden Tag aufbessern mein Deutsch.
Das ist gut.
Ja. I'm trying.
Härter, besser, schneller, stärker.
Härter, better, better, schneller.
Ja, harder, better, faster, stronger.
Ja, da.
Ja. Danke.
Das ist auch eine...
Härter, besser, stärker. Nein, was?
Ja,
Harder, better.
ja,
Schneller,
Härter,
schneller, stärker.
ja. Ist gut. Ja.
stärker.
Arbeitet stärker, mach es besser.
Langsamer Punk.
Daft.
Oh, is it,
I think
was ist Daft?
Depp Punk.
Daft.
No, is that
Daft Punk?
Daft ist Daft schlau
Daft is
oder
like dumb.
Daft, ja?
Are you daft?
You're being a bit daft.
You be daft.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
fucking daft.
Ja,
Ja,
so,
ja.
also langsam.
Ja.
You
Blutpunkt. Blutpunkt. Daft Punk ist
Blöd.
Blödpunkt.
Blödpunkt.
Blutpunkt.
Du Blödgörer.
Also, Jacob, was ist deine Lieblings-Deutschwort?
Ich habe zwei, also es ist nicht wirklich Deutsch.
Du kannst
Wörter.
nicht zwei haben.
Okay.
Na, aber du darfst darfst du zwei.
Danke. Meine erste, ist, ich hab's, also La und ich, wir schauen hin und wieder Anime, also aber auf Deutsch synchronisiert. Es ist so lustig. Weil einfach die Redewendungen, die verwenden, sind so blöd. Und hier ist mein erster Rotzgöre.
Oh.
Du Rotzgöre.
Sehr deutsch. Sehr deutsch.
Ja, du Rotzgöre. Du Rotzgöre.
Was bedeutet Rotzgöre?
Göre is like a brat. I think Rotzgöre is like snotty brat.
Ja.
Snotty brat.
Snotty
Absolut.
brat.
Absolut.
I heard it. It's so funny.
Ja.
Rotzgöre.
Du Rotzgöre.
Das ist, wenn du mit 6 Jahren mit dem Schlüsselbund das Auto zerkratzt.
Ja, genau.
Dann bist du eine Rotzgöre.
Du Rotzgöre.
Ja.
Du Freckstagst du.
Du Rotzgöre. Du bist eine Rotzgöre. Footlappen. Du bist eine
Wow.
Rotzgöre.
Hey.
Frickdachs.
Hey, don't call a kind a
Footlappen.
Du hast eine Monster create.
Du Footgöre. Du Rotzlappen. That's kind of funny.
Naja.
Und die andere?
Das
Deine
mag ich.
andere Lieblingswort?
Es ist so ein es ist kein Wort, aber so ein Lieblings Exclamation. Wie sagt man Exclamation?
Exclamation?
Auf
Ausruf? Oder
Ausruf,
was?
oder was, ja.
Oder meinst du, also,
So es ist nicht so mit Wörtern, aber so ein Geräusch, die man macht.
oh, ein Geräusch. Ja, sag einmal.
Also sag mal. Es ist eher ein bisschen deutscher, nicht so österreichisch, aber eher
Deutsche?
deutsch. Aber ich liebe die Deutsche, die sagen Oha.
Oha, ja.
Oha.
Das ist auch bajuwarisch. Also Oberösterreich sagt da Oha.
Oha. Und was bedeutet Oha? Wann
Generelle
sagt man
Überraschung.
Oha?
Generelle
Ich
Überraschung.
find's einfach Oha.
Jemand sagte zum Beispiel,
so.
ich hab letzte Woche 500.000 Euro gewonnen. Und du so,
Oha.
Oha.
Ach so, oha.
Jemand gibt dir das größte, wir haben Mittagessen und jemand gibt dir das größte Schnitzel. Oha.
Oha.
Ja. Du siehst Brüste, ja.
Oha.
Es ist Multi-Use.
Du siehst ein großes Glied?
Ja.
Oha. Eine große Glied. Du siehst eine große Footlappen? Oha. Das ist fun.
Oha.
Das ist...
Ja, Oha ist gut. Sehr gut.
Oha ist gut, ja.
Also, ja. Go ahead. Bitte.
One more. It's not German.
Right.
It's something that Germans say or German Austrians say in English. I like it when they use like two things. When they say, ja, ich war so, what the fuck? Boah, ich weiß, und dann der ist zu mir gekommen und er hat mich so angefragt, ich war so, ja, what the fuck, was machst du denn da? Oder what the fuck? I like that one. Und noch ein so Anglicismen. Anglizismus, danke. Ein alter Mitbewohner von mir, er hat immer come on gesagt. Come on. Ja, ich war bei der Kasse und der Typ von mir, er hat so lange mit der Kassierer geredet, ich war so, ja, come on, so.
Ja. What the fuck?
Ich war so, what the fuck, come on,
Come
so.
on, so.
Du war, ja, oha.
Oha. Das ist passt, aber weil es ist richtig ein Wort und three sounds, basically. Und drei...
Oh, Jacob Lisses erster Name für sein Special.
One word and three sounds.
One word and three sounds.
Hey everybody, one word and three sounds coming to you.
Check out Jacob's special, one word and three sounds. What do you film a special? What's going on? Everyone films specials now.
I should film a special now.
Everybody who's as good as you are in America has two specials.
Hey Paul, how much do you charge to film a special?
We can talk off.
Get him on the record. No, get him on the record.
Okay, come on, tell me right now, here. Right on camera.
Was kostet das denn?
Camera.
Was kostet das denn? Great. Was there anything that the audience should check out online? Your TikTok, Instagram?
Yeah, check me out. Hey, if you want, follow me on Instagram at @normalregularjacob. I post all of my shows that I do on that platform.
And you do good memes for the shows.
And I
like
do
that.
good memes for the shows,
Yeah.
baby. Hey, every Saturday night at the Comedy Pub, me and Tito Perez, we do Bomb Squad, half comedy open mic, half interactive Q&A with the audience.
And you're a brilliant improviser. You are so good off
Listen,
the cuff.
I'm so good off. No one is better off the cuff than me.
It almost makes me wish that you were just off the cuff with your regular stand-up.
Yeah, it almost makes me wish. Hey,
No, your jokes are
I'm
great.
really bad at writing. Yeah,
Your jokes
I
are
rely
great.
on charisma and know-how alone to get through the 10 minutes I have of stage
Jacob,
time.
But you're
look
not.
at me. This is your future.
Your improv is
Aaron?
amazing.
Because I did exactly what you did 10 years ago.
More improv, Paul?
Oh, I was so improv headed. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
improv.
I was part of the Austrian delegation of the high school improv championships.
What the
Wow.
hell? Wow.
Like 2007.
Auf Deutsch? Improv auf Deutsch?
Nein, alles auf Englisch, weil international.
Oh, cool.
Ja. Die Schweden haben gewonnen.
Oh, die scheiß Schweden. Wer dachte, dass die Schweden so lustig sind?
Island hätte gewinnen sollen, meiner Meinung nach. Die waren besser.
Island.
Aber halt, die Schweden haben für alles bezahlt.
Wir sollen
Die scheiß Schweden.
Wir sollen
Ja, die scheiß Schweden. Ja.
Wir sollen eine Improv-Schule anfangen hier in
Gründen?
Wien. I mean, das
Es gibt schon eins.
Ja.
Es gibt eine, ja.
Es gibt eine?
Die da
Wie heißt?
American Improv.
American Improv Dinner.
Die gibt es schon seit 30 oder 40 Jahren.
English Lovers oder...
Die sind
English Lovers
die
sind
sind
was
aus dem-
anderes.
Oh ja, Marco ist in Marco
Yeah,
ist
Marco's
eine
in that one.
Schule. Yeah, cool. Well, thank you so much, Jacob, and let me just say, Donkey Shane
Hey,
for being
oh
here.
my God, bitter.
Bye bye.
Gern geschehen.
Gern geschehen.
Gern geschehen.
Ja. Happened nicely.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thanks. Hey.
Donkey Shade.